For coming out to help celebrate Person of Interest. Lots to talk about in this new game-changing season, from new identities for the team, their new subway hideout, but don't worry, Bear is still here. We got a great panel, and as you guys watch, please tweet along with us using the hashtag WBNYCC so we can follow along with you. The 4th season of Person of Interest comes Tuesdays, 10 p.m. on CBS. The complete 3rd season was just released on Blu-ray and DVD, so please catch that. Now we're going to show you guys a couple special things. We have a really cool sizzle reel, and then after that, the producers have created a very special clip just for you guys here at New York Comic Con for coming out. So enjoy that, and thank you.
You are being watched. You are not paranoid. It's here. An artificial intelligence, a machine that spies on you. This system was designed to protect those whose lives are in danger. I know because I built it. My name is Harold Finch, architect of the machine.
I'm good with computers.
I work with John Reese, former CIA operative, current vigilante with a hero complex.
Let's go.
Lionel Fusco, a reformed dirty cop who found redemption by helping our cause.
Just when I think life with you people could get you weirder.
Samin Shaw, once a lethal government operative until she was betrayed and officially killed.
This is getting better by the minute.
And Root, who accepted the machine as her one true god, the only being capable of fixing humanity's bad code.
I am the interface.
Hunted by the authorities, we worked in secret. The threats always seemed insurmountable. The victories were brief, the losses were painful. And then, just outside your line of sight, the world changed. Now there is a second machine, a super intelligence.
Samaritan.
It slipped into the world unannounced. It sees everything, knows everything, and it's willing to destroy anything in its path to keep it that way. I know because it's hunting us.
This is war.
I'm aware.
We are the only line of defense. 5 people hiding in plain sight. Your teacher, the woman at the makeup counter, your neighborhood detective, even the dog at the park. The world has changed, but our mission remains the same.
We need to get back to work.
Victim or perpetrator, if your number's up, we'll find you. We'll find you.
The room phone is dead. Can I use your cell? It's an emergency.
If we don't stop that call, Samaritan will be able to track him.
What's your emergency?
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but my name is Simon Lee, and
Did I make it in time?
I can hear you. They know.
Where's Simon Lee?
I'm sorry, I can't.
You need to stay here until this is over. I'll run interference on Simon.
You don't have to do this alone.
She says if I don't, all of us die.
Things are about to get fun.
Ruth?
Are you all right?
I don't see you, Harold. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah. All right, it's my pleasure to bring out our moderator for the panel right now. He is the executive editor at IGN.com. Please welcome Eric Goldman.
How freaking cool was that clip? Come on. I just saw that for the first time. That was awesome. Let's get out the people who make this show. Let's start out with the executive producer, Greg Plagueman. He plays Reese, Jim Caviezel. The architect of the machine, Finch, Michael Emerson. A nice guy named Lionel Fusco, Kevin Chapman. And you just saw this young lady kicking a lot of butt playing Root, Amy Acker. I have to start by asking about that clip. Obviously, we don't have a lot of context. Anything you can say, Greg? Jason Ritter's in the clip. There is a very stern blonde woman. So you can say anything about these characters.
How about Amy Acker in that clip?
Yeah.
That's episode 5, written by Lucas O'Connor, directed by Ken Fink. That's some fantastic Steadicam shots in there. By our camera operator, Ron Baldwin. It just looked so cool when we saw it. We thought we had to bring it. And Carabono plays the Samaritan assassin, Martine.
And Amy, how was that sequence to shoot? Because that looks really fun to watch.
It was really fun. I was just telling Kevin, I was upstairs and someone's like, do the Matrix. So we thought we'd try it.
Root, she keeps her calm, huh? Is that the key to Root? Just like keep
what's the keep calm?
Keep steady. So let's talk about this season. That great sizzle reel kind of, caught us all up again. But, Greg, you guys, you really dismantled everything at the end of last season. And now this season began with a lot of rebuilding. What made you decide to do that? Not just obviously with where the plot was going, but making a show, deciding to upend it like that, and how funner has it been to rebuild this season?
I think it's great. Whenever Joan and I, a crazy idea comes down the pike, and someone says, let's destroy the library. We're like, that's insane. We can't. Oh, wait, we absolutely have to do that. So that's how it always works, and. I think it was really emotional season finale last year when the library was destroyed, and we felt like, well, how are these guys going to live in a Samaritan oppressive world? And we thought, well, let's make it a superhero show, and they all get different alter egos and different personas, and we thought for each one of them, so, a little bit of fish out of water, something counterintuitive would be really fun. And then also in the premiere, there's a bit of point of contention between Reese and Finch in terms of how they were able to go about doing this, and of course they required the mesh net, so they found a way to communicate, but more importantly, we found our new set, which was the subway, and the library may have been gone, but Reese's point to Finch was, it's really about us, and the numbers are coming, and we felt like subway being underground just felt like the perfect place for sort of our guys to reassemble and find a way to work these numbers again.
Mm-hmm. So you talked about the superhero aspect and the secret identity thing being pushed more. So let's talk about that. Jim, Reese, it's at least in his wheelhouse, his day job. How do you think he's getting along with this new dynamic and having dual identities? He's helping people in both of them. But how is he like in the cop world?
Well, I think it's very, very difficult because he's used to, getting business done quite quickly, and you've got a lot of red tape in the cop world.
Yeah.
So he has to listen to Fusco, Mr. Chapman, and what's great about it is their relationship has really been building and the trust there, and
it's like the Laurel and Hardy of cops.
Yo, what's it like for the two of you? Because yeah, you obviously have a lot more screen time together, and it is a fun new, buddy cop relationship we haven't seen on the show.
Right from the get-go, when I was doing the scene with you in the car, where I threw the bomb, tear gas bomb,
Pilot,
in the pilot, and I just knew we were going to have a great old time when I was back there. You did this chuckle, and I started laughing. I didn't have it planned, but they filmed that, and this is going to be fun. So I really enjoy Kevin. He's a swell fella and great actor.
Thank you,
Kevin. What's it like for you to get to do those scenes? And obviously, these two characters are very different characters. So what's it like to show? I don't know, sometimes the exasperation, perhaps, between the two of them?
Well, it's rather challenging for Fusco to sit across the desk from a man who's been torturing him from the shadows for the last 3 seasons. But I feel, to this point, Fusco spent more time covering for Reese than he has anything else. Because, as you know, Reese marches to his own drum, and so he has a very real job now with a very real detective. So that in itself can sometimes be challenging.
Mm-hmm. Now, Michael, Finch as a professor, that feels appropriate, certainly, what we know about him. We haven't seen as much of that as, Reese's job. Might we see a little more of, the Finch as professor going forward?
Yeah, although it's not highly dramatic material, but yeah, I think it's a good enough cover. Although imagine the difficulty of it for Mr. Finch, who is so far advanced beyond whatever it is that he's teaching, that it must be difficult for him to dumb himself down that much, just to live up to that setting. We'll see, though. It'll be fun. I think the writers are still having fun with these cover identities.
Yeah, Greg, he could be like grading a paper while he's also trying to figure out what the next number is at the same time. You thought about the multitasking?
I think it's a great opportunity for a number to come up on campus, and we have seen one particular episode where Harold Finch was a high school teacher, and he was so fantastic at it, we thought, why not throw him back into a university setting?
Now, Amy Root, she doesn't have quite the same situation. Now, the character on one hand might be loving it, but do you feel left out? Do you want to see Root, selling tickets in a movie theater or driving a taxi?
Well, Root's getting to do a lot of really fun things. So, yeah, I think Greg already revealed earlier that I have at least 3 colors of hair this year. So, it's really fun that I kind of don't fit into the rules and get to switch identities all the time. So I'm always looking forward to the scripts to see what crazy thing they have me doing the next week.
And I'm curious, we talked about how last season ended, but one thing that was really notable was that the team basically failed. Greer succeeded, Samaritan went live. For any of the cast, really, was that exciting for you to see that they would do that they would sort of pull the trigger on, having your heroes not stop? Like, it seemed in that finale, well, they'll stop him. Greer revealed himself this time. Were you surprised when you read that script?
Well, it keeps the stakes high.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all right. You don't want their work to come easily,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want an easy success. It's always far more thrilling if they're just on the edge of annihilation.
Right.
That's how we like it.
How much might we see Greer? Because clearly